Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Walker. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4.5 speed to maybe play at a 4.7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball is going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Walker. Stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
3rd down, they go with Walker. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down. An injured player on that one, and it's Nick Bosa. Game stopped as they come to look at the outstanding defender. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This one he's got to have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody. Time for football now from Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. He fields it at the 8. Ooh, good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Here's Nix to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A gain there of 15. First down, Broncos.
the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early third down and be able to pick up at first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll be forced outright, and he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of 6.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Run with Dobbins.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Nix. Incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on downs. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Moving to his right.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Here's third down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He is going to have a Colts first down. They're able to get the third down conversion.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll go again here with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
They'll go. Richardson. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Evan Ingram. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Dobbins. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We'll go play action with Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
And 6.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. His kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Chris Jones getting in for the sack, and that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him, take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And this drive is going backward, taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3-and-out.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
That's taken in at the 50. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, here's Gobble. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
Man in motion is Ingram. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Colts' 14-yard line.
Second and 10. Throwing is Nix. He connects with Mims. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Nix. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the games.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Ward. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He takes off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
Recovered by the Broncos.
It's 1st down and no run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Khalil Herbert to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. John A. Barron is there to make the stop.
2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss, running left. It's Taylor. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They send Evans in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 54 yards.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup, to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
On second down, Richardson. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Colts. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Broncos 10, Colts 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And so far throughout the course of the game, I think the secondary's actually done a really nice job of taking him away. I mean, he's clearly one of their best players, one of the top players in the league. They're going to continue to find ways to target him. So defensively, it doesn't matter if he has 0 catches or 10. He is always going to be a focal point of this offense.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 40-yard line.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
Nix from the gun on third down. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Good for a Denver Broncos.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A run now on second down. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And he has missed this one. No good. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. They go right back to Taylor. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On play action, Richardson. The Broncos have it. A first down throw for Nix.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 3. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. and then 3. If possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
And he'll be marked down at the 7. And we'll set up 1st and goal.
19 more yards.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advance.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Colts 7.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Khalil Herbert on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. It's 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. Now Richardson. He'll step up and run this. And he's going to be taken down. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and a yard. Oh, in trouble here with the snap, and that's a loose football. How about that? The quarterback able to spot the ball on the ground, gets on it, and keeps it for the offense.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel is able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Here's second down. Now Richardson. A short pass taken in by Warren. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Now he'll run it. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick.
And that is a big-time play to somehow come up with the onside kick. But now, Mike, there's enough time to maybe run 1 or 2 plays, but you have to give your kicker a chance to push this thing into overtime.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And he gets that one complete to Collins. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the 49-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Out of shotgun, Richardson. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So on is Spencer Schrader in a huge spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So on is Spencer Schrader in a huge spot. This one he's got to have. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. And in motion is Ingram. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second.
To Troy Franklin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Now he takes off. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And in motion is Ingram. Nick snap on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Man in motion is Ingram. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Broncos.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Nix. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
A 7-yard loss.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9
yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Number 14, Cortland Sutton. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to have it with a chance to win this game here in overtime.
At their own 16-yard line.
Now a 1st throw here in overtime. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Richardson to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. We'll send a tight end in motion right. Here's Nix to throw. Look at the big man go. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line. Here's second and a couple. And in motion is Ingram. Now a second down throw for Nix. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Nix. This one complete to Sutton.
Complete to Courtland Sutton. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a second and 5. He'll give it to Dobbins. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Can't imagine it's very fun tackling a guy like this, Mike, when he gets a full head of steam. Great vision, the physicality to finish the run through contact. And I think defensively, they're just happy they were able to get him on the ground.
A run with Dobbins. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
At the 24-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 24 now, here's second and 5. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. He's taken down just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. Final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.